Good evening, everyone. Welcome to When Saturdays Come With Me, Dry Bry. Just walked in from seeing the Blades absolutely destroyed by Bristol City 4-1 this afternoon in a very, very poor performance from the Blades. It was not good to watch, it was not good on the eye, and it was really disappointing after 75 minutes to see the ground empty as quick as I've seen it in many a year. It was very, very disappointing. But let's give credit to Bristol City as well. They played really well. As much as we were poor, they defended for their lives when they had to, and the hitters on their counter-attack when they had to as well. So let's give them credit first. We'll always come on here and praise the opposition if they've done a job on anybody, and they certainly did one on us today. But absolutely, for a Blades perspective, it was absolute shambles from the start to the end. There are only odd blips in the match where we looked a little bit okay going forward, especially for the goal with Hoare and Campbell combining to score a really good goal for Tyrone Campbell to put it away. That was practically the only highlight. I guess Louis Barry had a couple of good chances in the first half as well. He was unlucky with a couple of shots on goal. But on the whole, the defence was a absolute shambles. Look, I've been saying on these videos for the past couple of weeks. I'm not a coach, I'm not a manager, but from a layman's point of view, I like to think I know a bit about football. Watching it for all the years I've been watching Sheffield United, but I've been saying on this channel for the past few weeks we need two centre halves. And we need another forward, and it sticks out like a sore thumb. Now, they can say what they want, the owners or whatever, but they have got to invest sooner rather than later in two centre backs. I've heard another little bit of a rumour tonight that Wrexham have been in for Jack Robinson as well, so we might need three centre halves. So never mind two, we need three, but I'm not going to overreact. It's just pointless. It's one game. It's one game, and it was garbage, right? But let's put it into some kind of perspective as I saw it from where I see it in the South Stand, and it looked lopsided at times. R&D is not the answer centre back, no matter what. Ruben Sayers did say that. They've been training in that with R&D the last couple of training sessions for him. He made up his mind I was going to play him in rather than Jack Robinson for whatever reason, and it didn't work. It didn't work. We looked light, and this is the other thing. And if you looked at the last video I put on, Ruben says he's saying that we're not light. We are light. We are light defensively. If you look back at the performance and the team that when we played Bristol in the playoffs, the whole spine's been ripped out. Anel's gone, Sousa's gone, Kiefer Moore's gone. Whether you like them players or not, that's the spine of a side being ripped out. And you need a good strong spine in your side, in any team, to be strong. And they've not replaced them. They brought in Samari, put him on bench, we 4-1 down, didn't even bring him on. So why? You might as well. He brings McCallum on to play right back, takes Sariki off. Right? McCallum's a left back. Ryan One, a big brute of a lad, 6 foot odd, plays him out on left wing. He's not a left winger. He needs to be playing down middle, off the shoulder of somebody. If you're going to get a winger in, he took Louis Marsh off, right, for whatever reason, probably fitness or something like that. You need a winger, One in the middle, right? He played Cannon out on right. Don't forget, he was playing Cannon out on left in pre-season games. Now he's playing him out on right. We're just so lopsided, the team altogether, and it needs addressing. I mean, I know, look, it's easy to overreact and everything, but I've got to say it as I see it. I mean, you guys have seen what I've seen today. I ain't going to lie. I'm not going to come on here and sugarcoat it. It was a very, very poor performance all round from Blades today. I mean, the only snippets of goodness what come out of the game for me, Hoare did all right. He battled on to the end. Campbell can come out with a bit of credit as well. But, what else? No, Louis Barry in a little spell. First half, he looked sharp as well. When he gets back to full fitness, he'll be a good asset to have in the side. But we do need another winger as well. I thought Brooks were very poor today. Opportunities come along and you have to take them. If you play well in pre-season, he should play well against York. He should play well against Burton. He should play well against Chesterfield. The side's lower than us, in the league structure. But I said also in the past week, we've not played anybody yet. When you're playing competitive football and when there's points up for grabs, teams are not going to play and lay down and have the bellies tickled by Sheffield United. I'll tell you, they're going to come and battle like Bristol did today. I've also said that, I think it'll be a relatively slow burner to the start of the season. I didn't expect them to fall asleep, by the way, first game. I think it should be, they should be up and at it. First home game of the season. They should be putting up a really good performance and get the ball rolling, but they didn't. It was a lot more questions than answers today. They've got a lot of work to do. The board have got a lot of work to do. The recruitment's got to be quick. They've got to get somebody in by next weekend, or else they're going to be in trouble again. We've got a cup game on Saturday to address a few things. I'm sure there'll be changes for that before we play next week at Swansea. I think we just need to address these problems. We've got cut open down the middle, out wide, on the counter, everything. Even the goals were poor, absolutely poor. Passing balls out in like R&D's pass out straight to one of their players to score from it. You can't make elementary mistakes like that. The professional footballers, they should know better. So I know they win together, they lose together, they battle together, and us fans stick together. But I'll tell you what, if you're going to get fans on side, you got off to a bad start. Unbelievably bad start. And they've got to address this situation very, very quickly before, if they start losing 2 or 3 early on in the season and the morale drops and confidence drops, you're going to see more people walking out in the stands after 75 minutes if that's going to occur. I don't expect it to be like that. I really do expect them to improve as the weeks go on. I said before, it might be a slow burn before we get the ball rolling properly and we get a fully squad what we want. But they've got to start front back. You've got to rebuild front back, and we desperately need 2 or 3 central defenders in ASAP. I've been saying it for weeks, but nothing's happened. Surely they must have known about Anel going. Surely they must have known about Sousa going. They've replaced him with Samari, but he didn't get a game today, did he? So, for whatever reason. But I am disappointed. It's easy to criticise. It's easy to come on here and slam him and give him a hard time. But I ain't going to sugarcoat that performance today. It was absolute garbage. And Ruben says can dress it up how he wants to do. He's manager and he wants to put things right. I've listened to his presser, which I've put on end of this. You can listen to it as your leisure and let me know what you think in the comments. But I can imagine the board looking down on that today and thinking, what the hell was that? As we were. So lots of work to do, lots of room to improve on. It's obvious where the weaknesses. We can all see it. 30,000 fans can see it. The board must see it. The manager sees it. The players must see it. A message to the board today: get your hands in your pockets. Get some defenders put in and come in. I'm not saying panic buy. Get the right people in. But it's got to be sooner rather than later. If you've got any ambitions of getting promotion, you've got to have a good solid base. And that means a good solid spine to your team and a good defence and a good midfield, which I think we're okay in midfield. I think we're well stocked there. But we need another winger in quickly, sooner rather than later. But, okay, I've said my piece. I mean, I'm not. I keep saying we're trying not to overreact. I don't think I have. I've said it as it is. I'm trying to put it into perspective, and we all know what the problems are, and we can see it. I hope the managers can see it, and the board can see it as well, and get some defenders in as soon as they can. But I put the goals on. I put Ruben Serra's presser on as well. So let's see what you think about all that. Put them in the comments below. Let me know what you think. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, tell me. I'll take it on chin and I'll accept it. But I can only say what I see, and I know you've seen it as much as I have today. But thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Please keep liking and subscribing. I'll keep doing these videos. Hopefully a lot more better in the next few weeks than this one tonight. It's a hard one to take after the first game of the season. Everybody's up for it. Everybody were optimistic, weren't we? First game of the season, playing at home. You know, you wanted to win. But Bristol didn't. They wanted to win, didn't they? And they really stuck it up us today. Fair play to them. And hope things get better in the next few weeks. Well, thanks for watching. I'll catch you soon. If there's any more news coming in, we've got Birmingham in the week, haven't we, at Carabao Cup, and we'll see if there's any transfer news coming out in the near future. All the Blades, speak to you soon.
Ruben, how disappointed are you with that start to the season?
Well, obviously, massively disappointed. I thought we came today, we wanted to have a good performance in front of our fans, and nothing went in the side that we wanted. There is some tactical aspects that we need to improve, but we have some parts of the game, especially after we equalized, that we can use that moment to score the second one and change the dynamic of the game. We didn't, they did, and I think the third goal was a massive factor in the game, and we conceded the fourth one too quick, so I think there is a lot of things to improve. It's not good enough from anyone, starting from my side.
I think the fans will hear you talk about tactics and think defensively. So what are the key issues that you would look at as to why Sheffield United didn't defend well at all today?
Well, I think one thing is the structure in the defensive, and then one thing is the transition. I think we were not good in transition, and I think we were in the defensive transition. We started to be way open into the center of the pitch. We vacate those spaces centrally. They find always the contact with the 9. And then set up the transition, and then we never recovered in the proper way, and that was one of the key factors. The second one was the second balls, especially after the free kick or the goalkeeper kick, that we didn't control the second action in front of their back line, and those were the key factors. Was more in that transition set that we need to be more structured, we need to be more organized in those moments. That was the key factor for me.
Is that something that can be altered with personnel, or is it something that's sort of fundamental to the group as a whole then going forward?
No, as I say, it's my responsibility to keep the team more structured in those moments, and as we will be talking about, if in that period in the first half we score the second or the second and the third, it will be my responsibility also. It's my responsibility to make this team to understand that those moments are key moments and we cannot be that open, and to get the personnel in point. So no, definitely something that it come from myself to improve.
I'm sure you're not necessarily looking for too many positives right now, but there were periods in the first half where I'm sure the types of attacking football that you want to see from this team were right in front of Blades fans' eyes.
Well, it was not only the attacking. I think we controlled really well the transitions in that moment. I think we were in top of the game. Our first goal came from a counter-pressure situation, and then we basically keep the opposition in their own box. And obviously everyone wanted to score that goal. We didn't, and then if we cannot do it, we just need to be sure that it doesn't happen in the opposite side. So those are the moments that we were not good enough, and those are the moments that we need to correct.
How much are you kind of almost consciously aware of the fact that it's going to take time, transitions always do, yet the expectation is for results yesterday?
Listen, I will not make excuses. I think we have a good team to compete. I think we had a good team to compete today, and if we didn't win, I don't gonna make that thing with the time. I thought we had a good position, competing, making it. It's different from the preparation games than today. We had a bad game in terms of the defensive transition. We just need to be sure that the next one we are ready. Football is never a transition or no transition. It's about what happened in the next game.
Just a couple of issues about the squad selected. Jack Robinson started on the bench today. What was you thinking there?
Well, Jack Robinson lost the last couple of preparation matches, and Reece has done a good job. So that was the starting. He joined Robo, just joined us in the last couple of trainings, and I decided to go with Reece in that position. So it was basically because Reece had done a good job.
In between conversations we've had with you, has anything progressed on with regard to incomings or outgoings with regard to this squad?
Yes, we have been working and being active and trying to get the players that we need. As we say, it will not be never be a massive change, sorry, but yeah, of course. And to be fair with you, in the last 24 hours, I didn't have any update or anything because I wanted to be focused on today's game.
Might that speed up between now and the next league game? Clearly, it's cup in the week, so perhaps the pressures are a bit different there. But between now and next Saturday.
Well, I cannot give you an answer on that. We know what we want and we know what we need to do. So if that the result is speed or not, I don't think to lose one game should be a key factor to change your strategy.
Are you aware then from those that control the transfers of any significant offers for your players? Because, well, things get written, don't they, about interest in Tyrese Campbell and one or two other members of the squad, and I'm wondering if that's genuine in your mind's eye.
Well, I think, as I said, I think we have good players, and I understand that the people is coming to try to get them. I don't think that is in the mind of anybody when they come to the training ground or when they play today. So I think it's part of the game, and we all need to be on that and conscious of those things. But I don't think I will not make it as a thing why we didn't win today.
The final bits of officiating and pre-match pageantry are over. Sheffield United with Sidney Peck stand over the ball then as it's bright sunshine at Bramall Lane at the start of a new season, a season which offers hope and intrigue aplenty. Can Sheffield United meet the expectations placed on them and go one better than the Championship playoff final last year? The referee blows his whistle, the match begins, the Blades play as we look from right to left, and an early punt up the pitch is there. Scott Twine, who can hit them, is stood over this free kick central position, right-footed, Curler, top corner, Michael Cooper didn't even move. And it is a dramatic start here at the Lane as Bristol City snatch the advantage, and it's Sheffield United 0, Bristol City 1 after the end of the transfer window as O'Hare slips his way through, and that is brilliant, and Sheffield United have equalised. That is a fine, fine goal from a Sheffield United perspective, and it's Tyrese Campbell, and it's Sheffield United 1, Bristol City 1. Here's Barry, brought in down the left-hand side, up to the corner of the penalty area, right-footed! Oh! And here's Burrows, who will shoot! Goodness me, that was hit like a rocket. Then the ball is sent to Twine. Twine, right-footed, brings in support, McCrory! And the ball is sent in low, an outstanding counter-attack. And after all of that possession and loads of chances for Sheffield United, the Blades are 2-1 down. Out it comes to Barry, who bangs one! Right-footed curler.
We can keep the back door closed as well. Not give easy chances.
Line like this one, and Bristol City have scored. It is an easy chance. It's a gift. Anis Mehmeti swiping in, right-footed, unmarked. It's a disastrous start to the second half. Less than a minute of it played, and it's Sheffield United 1, Bristol City 3. McCrory, who's the other Robins goal scorer, in it comes to Twine. Twine takes aim, big deflection, and it's gone in. And Bristol City have their fourth goal of the game, as Sheffield United have been cut to shreds twice at the start of this second half. And it's Sheffield United 1, Bristol City 4, and Ruben Sayers down there is furious. Fjord outside the box, Mehmeti will ping one, and it's over the three-man wall, but it veered well wide of Michael Cooper's goal. Sheffield United have conceded 4 poor goals in losing 4-1 to Bristol City.